It's the E.A.R. Chronicles. It's the E.A.R. Chronicles. I'm talking TV. I'm talking movies. I'm talking anime, cartoons, sci-fi, and fantasy. It's the E.A.R. Chronicles. It's the E.A.R. Chronicles. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the E.A.R. Chronicles, the place where you get an earful of my thoughts and opinions on TV shows and movies I like. And I am your host, Eric. I am so excited to talk about episode 7 of The Wheel of Time. And I promise you, I'm going to try not to be here before y'all long. But I am so excited to be here. I cannot believe we are approaching the end of the season. But we're here nonetheless. But before I begin, y'all already know what you need to do. Subscribe to the channel. Join this community. The wheel wills it. For my Wheel of Time fans. But for everybody else, just join the community. Let's talk about the other stuff out there, the other shows, the other movies that align with the fantasy, cartoon, anime, sci-fi genres. I cannot wait to talk about it with you. But also follow me on the socials, Instagram and TikTok at the E.A.R. Chronicles. And if you're on Twitter, just the E.A.R. Chronicles. Y'all, this episode. It was a hard one. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna start off saying I enjoyed it. There were things that could have been better, but I think it's easier to talk about because we stayed in one place the whole time. This entire episode was strictly focused on Perrin and his Golden Eyes army. They wouldn't call themselves an army, but they were an army. I'm gonna give them that title. They were an army. He was raising up the army. So we start off with the opening with the villagers of the two rivers preparing for battle. The Trollocs are looming, y'all. They're coming down. They'll be coming around the mountain. They were coming around the mountain. The Trollocs are on their way. And so they have to get them ready, meaning Perrin has to prepare the people how to fight. Maxim is training the people with poison spears. Blockades are being set up. Alana is working with Matt's sisters, trying to help them focus and learn how to touch the source. Although they're more interested in trying to throw fireballs and lightning, but they are learning. And I think this aspect with her teaching them and coaching them is showing us from last episode, because a lot of people were criticizing, how did they heal her without any expertise? And we're seeing that blood of Manethrin theory is running strong, that they have this spark, this innate ability to channel. And so that was like a one-off type of thing. But we now see her trying to teach them the basics of really understanding what it means to touch a source. On top of that, there's another channeler out there, the Wisdom, Daisy. I'm gonna call it Daisy. That's how it's spelled. Daisy, the Wisdom, she can also channel. So that was a nice little touch as well, to see that there was another powerful channeler in there, going along with that blood of Manethrin theory, right? So as everybody's preparing for war, they know the Trollocs is coming. The people are calling Perrin Lord Golden Eyes. Perrin, he's just so humble, and he's just like, no, I'm not worthy of the title. Like, Perrin, yes, you are. You're a leader. It's time for you to believe it and act like it. So the bells start going off, right? And we're like, oh Lord, we're not ready. What you mean the bells is tolling? Why are the bells tolling? It's not the Trollocs yet. It's actually the Tuatha, and we get to see Ila and Aram again. They got a little tension going because, before on their way there, what's the name died? What's his name? Hold on, let me. Ryan was killed by the Rain. Again, y'all, forgive me with these name pronunciations. I be trying. Rain, he was killed by the Trollocs the night before. So that lets us know that them Trollocs is here, baby. They on their way. Um, but in the midst of this, we kind of see some tension between Illa and Aram because he's kind of touting the line of like, is the way of the leaf even worth it? Like, I've done it all my life. Is it really worth it? Is it worth it? Then it work. Yeah, put that leaf down, flip it, and reverse it. So he's struggling with this. But then you have parent, and obviously Illa, she holding firm, baby. We move on. What else is there? You know? And parent is kind of like letting him know, like, I understand wanting to fight and pick up the sword, pick up the axe, pick up the spear, because sometimes life is necessary, but I also see the beauty and the power and the strength in nonviolence. And that's very key and important for later on in the episode. So they have that little thing going on, right? And parent trying to be diplomatic as always, which again, another great quality of a leader, which is like, parent, open those golden eyes up. See who you are. See who you're meant to be, brother. Then we go back, to Alana, like I said, working with Matt's sisters, and they're just not doing too good. But they're having a conversation with parent because they're down in the dumps. They're like, we can't channel, we can't touch the source, we can't. And we're not special, feeling inadequate. And he shows them a picture of their brother blowing the horn of Valir, like, your brother did this, your brother. So he's important. You two are important. So if he can blow that horn, I bet you $1 million. They don't have $1 million down there, but whatever their currency is, some gold coins that y'all can channel. You just got to believe in yourself and trust the process. It's okay. So I love him being that encouraging figure for them to kind of work through some of their, insecurity and their doubts they were having about themselves and their capabilities. And then we get the banner, the wolf banner raised, wolf head banner is raised, which again, parent is kind of like, I don't really want to deal with it, but it's just a message sent to let him know that the people are ready to stand behind you, parent. You just have to accept it. So also after this, Fael and Perrin, with the help of Lord Luke, they go to try to arrange a meeting with Dane of the White Cloaks, and pretty much trying to convince him, like, we need you to help us. These Trollocs are coming, and they're going to tear these people up. And y'all say y'all fight for the light. The Two Rivers folks ain't done nothing. So please help us. And if you help me, help them, I'll turn myself in. Who? I wouldn't turn myself in nowhere. I'm not giving myself up. I may tell you this right now, but I'm not really giving myself up. That's just me. Dane was like, no, I ain't having it. I don't want no deal. He was like, whatever's left after the Trollocs, we'll deal with it. I would have jumped on him. Talking about the Trollocs? You gonna leave us to the Trollocs? Okay, bet. I see where you at. I see how you moving. Not a fan. And then you have the little scene with Chiat and Bane trying to play Maiden's Kiss with Loyal. I know how to say his name. And he refuses, which they could kill him because he's doing that, but then they obviously stop. And, they have the whole conversation about the Toa. And I'm really still not really sure how all that work. I'm not completely familiar. But they felt not disrespected, but they were like, you tricked us. And he was like, yeah, go home, be safe. Pretty much your toll has been made and paid. But then he was like, no, you just saved our lives. So now we owe you toll, so we're going to stick with you. So they stuck with him for the rest of the episode, as long as they could. Then we get to a little part that I really enjoyed. It was a little steamy now. You have Maxim. He coming up on Alana with a little fig. She like, oh, my favorite. Psych, you thought y'all was to get this, and he start eating it. And then they had a little moment. They start reconnecting, and like I said, it gets steamy. And I'm like, oh, hold on, it's getting a little hot in here. Let me adjust the temperature. But they had a really beautiful reconnecting moment of rediscovering and redefining what the relationship is what it will look like now that Yvonne is gone. And I'm so glad they got back on the same page because they need each other and we need them in the battle to come. Then, Perrin, he confides in Fail. He starts talking about how he's afraid of letting the people down. And he even tried to tell her to leave, try to convince her to leave. And she like, you're disrespecting me. I came here to fight. I know what I want to do. I know why I'm here. And I'm going to fight. So quit trying to push me to the background. So they have their little lover's quarrel or whatever. But the people are starting to gear up for war because the bells ring. The bells toll for real this time. The Trollocs are coming. You know how what's the name? The British are coming. The British are the Trollocs are coming. The Trollocs are coming. They're here. So we got our brother here, Perrin, ready for war. Got his war suit on. He was helping build. He was all in the forge, building the armor, building the weapons for the people. He is ready to go. Like you couldn't even, so ready to see this battle, ready to see him in action. I forgot to show y'all this. So I told you I was getting steamy with a lot of Maxim. I'm telling you, it was where it was at. I'm just gonna say they kept it PG. They kept it as PG as they could, but it was steamy. So the Trollocs come, and the long bows, Maxim had a little tip with the long bow because they said they ready to use the bows. And like, okay, let me see what y'all got. So they preparing the archers shoot loose. So they shooting arrows, trying to stop them. They start to become overwhelmed. And that's where our girl Alana and the Matt sister, Eldrin and Bold, and then Daisy, the wisdom come in. Link with me, Alana says. So after trying to coach them and teaching them to link with her so she can draw upon their power, because they don't know what they're doing, but if they give her access, she can use their power to do the weaves that she needs done when channeling. So she's linking with them. And I love y'all. Link with me does something to me. It gives me chill to the bone. I love a good link with me. Love a good link with me. And it gives us some very stunning visuals of this episode and of the season. Like, look at this. Like, they are doing weather work. They're creating this storm. I don't know what's getting ready to happen. But they're linking, and the weaves of air and water are in the sky, and it's shifting. The clouds is getting dark. And we see Alana pull that power out and creates this razor hail storm, like this ice storm with razor blades, just and starts tearing the army of Dark Friends and Trollocs up. I was expecting a tornado or a lightning, but this was really cool to see. I really want to see a tornado be done. Actually, we need to put that in the books. Please give us a tornado for season 4. But it was so beautiful and so intricate to see these weaves create that storm, and I thought it was really, really cool. Could have done a little bit more. I would like to see a little bit more in this area, given the power that she drew. But I love how we also saw her kind of burning out, which meaning like she was taking on so much for herself because the other 3 weren't as experienced, right? Powerful as they are, not as experienced. And so she took on that burden for herself. And so I loved that aspect as well from that. And so after that storm, everybody cheering. Yeah, we put them on the run. The Trollocs is leaving. The Trollocs are leaving. And the parents like, this is not how Trollocs act. Something is up. Something is amiss. Somebody is controlling him. And sure enough, as soon as he said that, he go back to camp. Get back to camp. Get back to camp. They get back to camp. And he's like, Alana, something is wrong. Watch out. She got stabbed again. She got shot again with a crossbow, spear, arrow thing right through the chest. I'm like, y'all have got to be kidding me. Leave Alana alone. Please stop shooting her. Please, for the love of all things good and true, let our sister breathe. I cannot handle this. So she's on her deathbed, and the arrows are coming, and we have Daisy puts up this barrier of air to help Alana get away with the girls taking her away. so she can escape. And Perrin tries to reach her, but it does not reach her in time before she is killed. So it's like, oh, I loved her character. She was always very feisty, so I appreciated seeing her. But she's gone. Rest in peace to Daisy. But the battle is yet to be won. Clearly, Maxim feels that pain. The morale gets low. We can't win without an Aes Sedai. And he was like, Maxim got with him. It's like, y'all gonna let this stop y'all? Like, who are y'all? Y'all are the Two Rivers people. Y'all better stand up and fight. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you fighting for. Even if we die today, we gonna make sure we make them remember the night they fought the Two Rivers. I couldn't help but throw that to remember the Titans. Make them remember the night they played the Titans. So regardless of how it looks right now, make them remember the night, the battle in which they fought the people of the Two Rivers. And that gave them the boost that they need to start really holding them back. But then they had to really retreat to camp because they were becoming overwhelmed, right? Becoming overwhelmed. And so it's like, what are we going to do? What do? We hold the line. Hold the line no matter what. And Alana, we need Alana, but she's on her deathbed. The girls, I can't do it. We can't do it. We can't. It's not working. And I'm like, we have to lose Alana because the girls can't channel. And in this moment, Perrin gives Loyal and the go, hey, in the event we don't make it out, we need you to go write the story of what's going on. But we need you to do your best to close the way gate, because if they get the reinforcements that they need, it's over for us. Like, we might still have a fighting chance, but if the reinforcements come through the way gate, it's over for us. So their mission is to go destroy the way gate. Because he's been charged with, like I said, writing the history of what's been going on. But that's what I meant. That's what he told him to do. So he's been writing the history, but he was charged with destroying the way gate. He was supposed to come back. Him and Chiad and Bane went. They attacked the Dark Friends guarding the gate. And let me just tell y'all this. Bayard, Chiad and Bane, look, Bayard, Lord, not this picture. Chiad and Bane, baby, they was Loyal too with the hammer. Whoo, boom, boom. They told them folks up. But Chiad and Bane, we got to give them their props because they held it down while our brother Loyal was in the way gate, trying to close it, trying to stop him. And he kept hitting that hammer and hitting that hammer and hitting that hammer and hitting the hammer, using the hammer to try to break the columns, and it would not break. I'm like, okay, Loyal, you done tried about 3-4 times. Clearly something ain't working, brother. But at a crucial moment, we see the Dark Friends and the trial is coming, and he just decides, you know what? Can't break the columns, so I'm just gonna break the road. And he just boom, boom, breaks the bridge. The bridge comes tumbling down. The way gate goes tumbling down. But back at camp, back at the main portion where the battle is going on. So before the explosion reaches the Two Rivers, right? They have successfully got everybody back in, and Perrin gave the mission to Illa, that please take our kids with you. Just like if the Trollocs start overwhelming us and they get to the center of the city, take the babies with you. Please, the women's circle created a tunnel outside underneath the grounds that leads out to the forest. Please take the babies. And she, of course, agreed. But when the Trollocs break through, because the dang White Cloaks, they did come to help, right? Eventually, they turned around. They came to help. It was like, oh, Hey, he had a heart. Dang had a heart, a change of heart. So they was helping. But then this group of white cloaks, they like, who is, y'all didn't see them running to the Charlottes? How y'all didn't run into the Patton Fane is a dark friend. They got fooled. They got played by Patton Fane. And he just unleashes all the Trollocs into the circle. Boom, before they close the gates. So they got white cloaks against these fake white cloaks and dark friends and Trollocs. And everybody it's just chaos. It's pandemonium. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. And so they take the kids. Illa takes the kids. Aram takes the babies. They take them down through the tunnel. They running through the thing. A Trolloc comes after them. Oh, Lord, that thing was, it was jumping and crawling and snatching folks up. And it comes to get Aram. He grabs his spear, stabs it, kills the Trolloc. He got the spear. Why did he hold on to the spear? Because in that moment, his mama catch him. Oh! His mama catch him. Her grandma catches him. And you know how she feels. This whole thing was just so reminiscent of Lewin, the ancestor of Rand, when his mama was like, who are you, stranger? Who wears my son's face? That was the same moment we got. And we see the tears as the realization starts to set in for Aram. Like, he will no longer be accepted by the Tuatha because he's killed. So what does this mean for him? He didn't kill just for himself to protect himself, because it's the way of the leaf is like, hey, if you say your time to go, it's your time to go. But he had a baby with him, y'all. So what is he supposed to do? Let the thing kill him and the baby? Like, I could almost understand if you like let yourself die. But what about him, the baby though? Baby ain't gonna do it. But it was such a visceral moment to see the realization in his eyes, because he'd been struggling with it all episode that we've seen any old way. So it was another powerful moment of the episode for me. And so going back, so the war is raging on. The women's circle's putting up the fight. They killing, they crushing it. Perrin, him and Fael, they have a little conversation. They had a little kiss or whatever. And he like, all right, I'm done playing games. It's time to really show out and show them who I am and really get to business. And he goes and he like, stay behind me. And she like, didn't I just tell you I ain't about to sit here? I'm coming to fight. And he was like, to catch the ones that I miss. And she like, oh, that I can do. And they just get to going and going and going. And he just, getting he's head to Patton Fane. Yeah, just chopping down Trollocs, chopping down dark brands, and she catching the ones that he let go or miss, her little knives. In the midst of him getting to Patton Fane, Child Valda. Oh, Lord, y'all know I'm sick of this man. He goes in the middle of a war. The battle is going on with actual dark friends, right? Mind you, you got played by these same dark friends, these fake white cloaks. And yo focus is on the Aes Sedai. So he goes to find Alana to go try to kill Alana. He's like, step aside, girls. I'm getting ready to take care of this witch. And they like, no. They grab hands. I wish I would have got the picture so I could show y'all. They grab hands. He's like, it was you two. You two are the ones. And they, this is for mother. They start channeling weaves of air and fire. And they just send a weave of fire to him and set his behind on fire. Light him up. I am so grateful to watch him burn like a crisp. Honestly, that was too easy, in my opinion. I would have liked to see him suffer a tad bit more. But, hey, they got him good. I'm just glad the man gone, y'all. I could not stand him. I could not wait to see him gone. And you know what? Justice for their mama. So, yes, shout out justice for Maddie. Okay, R.I.P. Maddie. This was for Maddie Coffin. Perrin finally gets the Patton Fane, jack him up, and instead of killing him, and he's like, why are you doing this? Why would you do this? Quit trying. I don't understand. We're not rationalizing with the enemy, especially a dark friend like this. But Pat and Fame pretty much is like, this is who I am. Like, it don't matter what. Even if you kill me, they gonna still get rid of y'all. There'll be more to come. They coming through the way gate. Boom. Way gate explodes. Guess your reinforcements ain't coming after all. So it's over for you. And pretty much, Perrin pretty much like, listen, I'm gonna let you live on the account that I know you're the one controlling these trucks. So send them away and I'm gonna let you live. And he does essentially let him go. And he gets talking Charlotte. And they all go away. Highly annoyed with this, y'all. Very, very annoyed because it's like, why are we letting this man live? No, we cannot trust him. Because what will stop him from just getting away and turning them back on y'all? But granted, he would have lost because y'all already lose anyway. But I just think it was so stupid, so pointless to let Pat and Fane, after all he's done, the damage that he can cause, I just think it was so stupid to let him survive. But hey, what do I know? They leave, they retreat. The Two Rivers win, essentially, by default, because Pat and Fane surrendered. So going back to what I said about nonviolence, so he chose the way of the lead to win the battle, essentially, the Battle of Two Rivers. And it worked for them. They won. They lost so many people, of course. But they have their lives intact for those who survived. And good for them. Good for Perrin for leading them, doing what he thought was best for the people. And at the end of this episode, after we lost Loyal, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to recover. But Perrin turns himself in. The cloaks come back. Dane and the White Coats come to collect Perrin because of his promise. He goes. He acquiesces. He goes without complaint, without any type of resistance. And Fael was like, no, you can't do this. You can't do this. I got to do it for my people. If they kill me, they kill me. So he really has embraced this way of the leaf. Like, he's become a leaf, despite being a wolf brother. But shout out to him for honoring his word, because it wouldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. But that was pretty much the end of the episode, y'all. I told y'all I was gonna be quick because it was just focusing on this Two Rivers storyline. But at the end of it all, we do see, Alana is well again. Praise be. And the people are doing okay. They're gonna rebuild, but they survived. And that's what the people of Two Rivers do. They survive. And Maxim asked if he's gonna take the girls asked Alana if she's taking the girls to the White Tower. And she's like, no, I think we got other plans. I got other plans and things are going to be put in place. So I'm like, I'm interested to see what that's going to be. So yeah, Loyal's gone. Perrin is gone now. He turned himself over. What is next? Y'all, the preview for episode 8 was insane. If you haven't watched it, go watch it for yourself. Like, Rand is about to go in. We got Auntie Moraine getting active with the Sarkarnan in the field with Lanfear. Oh, we got so much going on. And then we got Swan and Lyanna. I think they're going to get deposed and still. I don't know. But it's a lot going on. And Nynaeve may be getting ready to break this block. Y'all, I don't think I'm ready. I've been waiting for this block to break for this girl. So if that happens, I will be so excited to see. So much going on. So many different factors at play. So many different outcomes that could take place. And I'm ready for it. I know y'all are. But overall, I'm going to rate this episode a 7 out of 10. Like I said, I really enjoyed the channeling, the weaves that Alana did with linking. Love that. Seeing Perrin really step into being a leader that he is, that we know him to be, and step into that role as Lord Golden Eyes and get to smashing and all that. I thought was excellently done. Killing off Loyal, don't know if that was necessary or not. We'll see if there are any ramifications to that. So I wasn't really a fan of that. Wasn't a fan of him letting Pat and Fane survive as well. But I did also enjoy again seeing Aram be conflicted with the Wet Leaf and taking up arms and then seeing how it played out. That was also well. So there were some great moments, but some moments too I just wasn't a fan of. But this is our penultimate episode. And yeah, we're going to see what episode 8 has in store, which is a lot. And I cannot wait to be back. So before I go, please subscribe. Please subscribe to the E.A.R Chronicles. Y'all, the will wills it, meaning it must be done. It is your duty, your obligation to subscribe. Please. And follow me on IG and TikTok at the E.A.R Chronicles and on Twitter at just the E.A.R Chronicles. And y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate those who watch. It means so much to me, and I am so appreciative. Thank you for tuning in to the E.A.R Chronicles. And I cannot wait to bring you a final recap and review of the season for episode 8. But until then, see y'all later. Bye-bye.